I often get asked what tyres I run on my four-wheel drive, so I thought it was about time I shared with you what tyres I have and what I think of them. I have the Kumho Road Venture AT51's on the Pajero, and this is my second set of these all-terrain tyres. So straight up, for me to have bought them a second time, there must be something good about them. And based on my recommendation, we put the AT51's on my Sons Landrover Defender. So this review takes into account what both of us think of these tyres, both on-road and off-road. I'm pretty brand loyal when it comes to most things, so if I find something I like, I generally stick with it. And that's been the case with these tyres. The AT51's are an all-terrain tyre, and Kumho recommend them for 30% off-road and 70% on-road use. But realistically, we tend to spend most of our time on the blacktop, so it's important to select a tyre that works for your daily drive. And these AT51's have performed very well. Having driven on these tyres now for over 2 years, I've found them to be very capable and a comfortable tyre. They're nice and quiet when driving down the highway, and they grip the tarmac well in both the dry and also in the wet. When the tread starts to get low, however, they do become a little bit slippy in the wet, but not nearly as much as some of the other brands that I've had in the past. Even though most of us spend very little of our time off-road, we do tend to want a tyre that performs well on the dirt, and for me, these tyres have done the job. I took them off-road for the first time about 3 days after they were fitted. I was in an extreme winch challenge and it was very wet. I wasn't sure what to expect, but they performed exceptionally well on the slippery red clay surface. For general off-roading, they handle very well on both hard and soft surfaces. They turn in well in soft sand as well as on the hard-packed dirt. I don't often find myself doing hardcore four-wheel driving, but the small number of times I've needed to do something a bit more difficult, I've found the Kumho AT51's to be very good over a variety of surfaces. One thing I've been particularly impressed with is the durability of the tyres. I haven't had any punctures or tyre damage with these, despite going over some pretty rough, sharp, rocky surfaces. The sidewall construction seems to be very solid, and the tread construction has remained intact with very little chipping or cutting noticeable. The zigzag groove and pattern of the AT51 is typical of many all-terrain tyres, and Kumho claim that the dual pitch in the centre block and the zigzag groove improves off-road traction. In terms of wear, I got about 80,000 kilometres out of my first set of AT51's. So that's my review and overview of the AT51's. I'm exceptionally happy with them, and they haven't let me down yet. Even if you never take your four-wheel drive off-road, these tyres would be a good choice, as I find them great for normal city driving. But if you are going to take them off-road, I'm sure, like me, you'll find them to be more than capable. If you're out every weekend doing some serious off-roading, maybe these aren't the ones for you. But when it comes time for me to replace these ones, I'll be treating the Pajero to another set of Kumho AT51's.